Have you ever noticed this? Your dog can walk up to you on a completely normal day, sit beside you, look into your eyes, and somehow know something is wrong. Not after you cry, not after you say anything, not after you explain what happened. Before all of that, before you even admit it to yourself. And most owners laugh it off. They say, "What do you want, silly?" But what if your dog does not want anything? What if your dog is trying to tell you something? Something you have been ignoring. Something you have buried so deeply that even you have stopped noticing it. Because humans are very good at pretending. We smile when we are exhausted. We say, "I'm fine," when we are not. We keep moving even when something inside us feels heavy. But dogs do not live like that. They do not listen to the mask. They watch the truth underneath it. And by the end of this video, you may realize your dog has been seeing a version of you that even you have been hiding from yourself. And once you understand that, you will never look at those quiet stares the same way again. 1. Your dog notices the emotion before you name it. Most people think emotions begin when they finally feel them clearly, when sadness becomes tears, when stress becomes anger, when fear becomes silence. But your dog notices the first signs, the tiny ones. The way your breathing changes, the way your shoulders tighten, the way your footsteps sound heavier than usual, the way your hand touches the door differently when you come home. Your dog is not reading your mind. They are reading your body, and your body speaks before your mouth does. That is why your dog may suddenly follow you from room to room on a difficult day, or sit closer than usual, or stare at you quietly from across the room. You may think nothing has changed, but to your dog, something has. Your scent changes. Your movement changes. Your voice changes. Even your silence changes. And here is the strange part. Sometimes your dog reacts before you consciously understand what you are feeling. Before you admit you are overwhelmed. Before you admit you are anxious. Before you admit something hurt you. Your dog already knows, not because they are magic, because they have spent years studying you. And what they study next is even deeper. Because your dog is not only watching your emotions, they are watching your patterns. Your dog knows you're normal. Better than you. Think your dog knows a version of you that nobody else knows. Not your co-workers, not your friends, not even your family. Because your dog sees the small moments, the unguarded moments, the moments between your public life and your private truth. They know how you sound when you are relaxed, how you walk when your mind is clear, how you sit when you feel safe, how you breathe when everything inside you is calm. And because they know you're normal, they also notice when you are not normal. That is why some dogs become restless for no clear reason. They keep looking at you. They keep following you. They do not settle. They are not always being needy. Sometimes they are checking. They are asking a silent question. Are you okay? Most owners miss this completely. They see the behavior, but they do not understand the reason behind it. A dog who watches you constantly may not be trying to annoy you. They may be monitoring the person they love. Because to your dog, you are not just the person who feeds them. You are their emotional home. And when that home feels different, they notice. 3. Your dog smells what you try to hide. This is where things become almost impossible to ignore. Stress does not only live in your mind, it leaves signals in your body. Your heart rate changes, your breathing changes, your hormones change. Your scent can change too. And dogs live in a world of scent far more powerful than ours. So when you spend the whole day telling yourself, "I'm fine," your dog may already smell that you are not. Think about that. The thing you are trying to push down, the pressure you are pretending not to feel, the sadness you are trying to ignore. Your dog may detect it before anyone else in the house does. That sudden paw on your leg, that quiet head resting on your knee, that moment when your dog comes close without being called. Maybe it was never random. Maybe they sensed the pressure building. Maybe they noticed your body telling the truth while your mind was still denying it. And that is why this bond feels so different. Because your dog is not waiting for you to fall apart. They respond to the version of you that exists before the breakdown, before the words, before the confession, before you finally say, "I am not okay." Your dog sees the beginning, and sometimes that beginning is the part we hide from ourselves the most. Your dog feels the room you pretend is fine. Now stay with this part, because this is where many owners start seeing their dog differently. Have you ever walked into a room after an argument? Nobody is talking, nobody is shouting, but you can feel it. The air feels heavy. The silence feels different. Dogs pick up on that too, sometimes even stronger than we do. Your dog does not only watch you, they watch the emotional atmosphere around you, the tone of the home, the tension between people, the energy in your voice, the way one person moves around another, and when the home becomes tense, your dog often becomes tense too. They may pace, they may lick their lips, they may yawn even when they are not tired, they may hide, they may become extra clingy. And many owners think, "My dog is acting strange today." But sometimes your dog is not acting strange. They are reflecting the truth of the room. A truth everyone else is pretending not to see, and this is powerful because it means something uncomfortable. Sometimes the behavior you notice in your dog is actually a mirror. Their anxiety may be showing you the stress you have normalized. Their restlessness may be showing you the tension in your home. Their quiet sadness may be showing you that something has been heavy for too long. Your dog cannot explain it in words, so they show it with their body. And if you pay attention, you may realize they were never the problem. They were the signal. Your dog watches. The difference between your mask and your truth humans wear different versions of themselves. One version for work, one for strangers, one for social media, one for family, sometimes even one for ourselves. But your dog does not care about any of those versions. They are not impressed by your job. They do not care how successful you look. They do not care how strong you pretend to be. They care about what feels real. They see you when the performance ends, when the door closes, when the phone is put down, when the smile disappears, when you sit alone and finally stop acting. That is the version your dog knows best. And here is the beautiful part. They do not run from that version. They move closer, because your dog is not looking for perfection. They are looking for you, the real you, the tired you, the quiet you, the you that sometimes doubts everything, the you that has bad days, the you that gets overwhelmed, the you that still tries. And that may be why dogs feel so healing. Because in a world where people often respond to what you achieve, your dog responds to who you are. They see the person underneath the pressure, underneath the mask, underneath the role you keep playing, and they choose that person every day. Your dog tries to comfort pain. You have not admitted yet. Most owners think comfort only happens after something obvious, after crying, after shouting, after breaking down. But dogs often come before that. They come during the silence, when you are sitting alone, when your body is still, when your eyes look empty, even though no tears have fallen, when your mind is loud, but the room is quiet. Your dog may press their body against you. They may lick your hand, they may rest their head on your lap, they may simply sit beside you without asking for anything, and that is the part many people misunderstand. Sometimes your dog is not asking for attention, they are offering presence. They are saying in the only way they can, "I feel something is wrong. I am here." That kind of comfort is simple, but it is not small. Because there are moments in life when you do not need advice. You do not need a lecture. You do not need someone to fix everything. You just need someone to stay. And dogs are extraordinary at staying. They sit with emotions humans often try to escape. They do not demand that you explain everything. They do not make you perform happiness. They just stay close to the truth, even when you are afraid to look at it. 7. Your dog uses your face to understand their world. There are moments when your dog looks at you for no clear reason. No food, no toy, no walk, no command. Just a quiet stare. Most people ignore it, but dogs often look at their owners to understand what is happening. Your face becomes information. Your reaction becomes guidance. If you are calm, they feel safer. If you are nervous, they become alert. If you are scared, they notice. Your emotional state helps shape how your dog experiences the world. That means your dog is not just living in your house. They are living inside your emotional weather. Your calm teaches them calm. Your tension teaches them tension. Your fear tells them something may be wrong. This does not mean you must be perfect. Your dog never needed that. But it does mean your inner world matters to them more than most owners realize. When you carry stress every day, your dog lives beside that stress. When you become peaceful, your dog feels that too. You are their person, their reference point, their safe place. And sometimes, when they stare at you, they are not asking, "What do I get?" They're asking, "What is happening inside you?" 8. Your dog remembers who you are. When you forget, everyone has seasons where they lose themselves. A failure happens, a relationship changes, work becomes too much, life becomes heavy, and slowly people begin defining themselves by the worst thing they are going through. Their mistake, their fear, their sadness, their stress. Humans forget their own worth very easily. Dogs do not. Your dog does not wake up thinking about your failures. They do not replay your embarrassing moments. They do not compare you to who you used to be. They continue responding to the person they have always known, the person who fed them, protected them, comforted them, talked to them, walked with them, loved them in quiet ways. And sometimes your dog sees a stronger version of you than the one you see in the mirror. A version you stopped believing in, a version hidden underneath exhaustion. That is why their loyalty can feel so emotional, because they are not loyal to your perfect days only. They are loyal to you, even on the days when you feel hard to love. Even on the days when you do not understand yourself, even on the days when you are carrying something you cannot explain. Your dog may not know the story, but they know the weight, and they stay anyway. Final truth, so the next time your dog walks up to you quietly, the next time they stare a little longer, the next time they follow you into a room for no clear reason, do not rush past it, because there is a chance they are not being random. They may be noticing something you have ignored. They may be sensing stress you have pushed down. They may be responding to sadness you have not named yet. They may be showing you the emotional truth of your own home. Or maybe they are simply reminding you of something you forgot, that you are not alone. You never were. Somewhere in your home is a creature that has spent years learning your moods, your silences, your patterns, and your heart. They know when you are pretending. They know when you are hurting. They know when you are stronger than you think. And the most beautiful part is this: they do not use that knowledge against you. They do not judge you with it. They do not keep score. They simply choose you, again and again, every single day. Your dog knows what you are hiding from yourself, not because they want to expose you, but because they love the person underneath it, the person behind the stress, behind the mask, behind the fear, behind the silence, the person you sometimes doubt, the person you sometimes forget, the person your dog has loved all along. So tonight, when your dog looks at you, really looks at you, do not just ask what they want, ask what they might already know. Because once you start seeing the world through your dog's eyes, you realize something powerful. They have been telling you the truth about yourself for years. You just did not know how to listen. If this video changed the way you see your dog, write one word in the comments that describes your dog when they sense something is wrong with you. And subscribe for more hidden dog psychology, because the next video goes even deeper into something your dog does while you're asleep that most owners never notice.